gonna start today with some hay grinding. Dad's gonna be working on that, and we got a couple brand new babies. Are you friendly? Dad already handled 2 new ones in that barn, and so we got this new one here. There's another new one in here, plus another cow calving. Haven't seen me have to do this in a while. It's 15 degrees warm this morning. We went from above average to a little below average. That's what keeps hair on our chest out here in South Dakota. How's it hanging? There we go. That's a big boy. So that wasn't the one I was talking about, that was calving. Ew. Still one calving in there. We got enough calves on that day if you guys want to hold them in for a while. And then checking on the camera in the other barn. She had that one. And it's heads up, so that's good over there as well. 6 calves this morning. Not even 9 a.m. yet. They're getting finished up, grinding hay. Another reason this morning's hectic, other than the grinding the hay, the 6 calves. We have a bull customer coming early today. I'm gonna pick up their bull, so we gotta pull that guy out of this pen. You know, there's that saying, what does it mean when your hired help comes to work in a new truck? You're paying them too much.
Okay.
What's it mean when all of our bull customers come with brand new trailers? I think we gotta raise the price.
He does custom hauling.
We set up an appointment for those bulls to get semen tested last week, so they're gonna deliver them to the vet on the way back home. Right now, since we have such an influx of calves, we're gonna get 2 calves that are 7 days old. Ready to haul out.
Hey, must be getting a lot of milk. You're kind of loose. Phew, something stank. Kind of smells like our grandkids.
You and me have grandkids together?
The nasal spray. Marlin from Mutual Omaha. While Jim is...
My hip is starting to crimp. This
Well,
guy. Okay, go.
Okay. While Jim is doing all the work, I'm talking... Who what?
He squished me thumb.
You want out?
It's alright, I forgive him.
Never quite the duo.
Yeah. Shout out like I can. It's a lot less hectic when there's 2 instead of 8.
Yeah. Cole thinks this cow is angry. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's an old hag in my opinion.
So me and half Slappy here will try to rescue you from danger.
I think at one point she was on the board. I'm saying 107. Oh!
I think I know what's that frisbee.
About half the size of his mother.
Yeah, probably not gonna be too much demand for him as a breeder. slip go. But anyway, here we go again. Big boy from south of the border named Georgito was born. And then Trisha was born, and Ozzy, and Riley, and Mike, and a girl named Hope, and a boy named Skylar, and William, and Mason. And then Homer was born today.
Homer Simpson?
No.
Okay.
And then Marty. Homer Sonny, maybe.
That is a whole lot of male names.
And then a girl named Avery. That's a pretty name. And then a boy named Jimmy. Like George Costanza said, don't touch Jimmy. Or that was on a... It was Jimmy on Seinfeld. Don't touch Jimmy. He always talked in the third person.
Slim Jim?
Don't touch Jimmy. That's a lot. Okay, so now we're updating. We've got... I think we need to stop doing all the scratchy and just put the number up there now, maybe. But that's 30 heifers.
30 heifer.
Yep.
All right.
42.
Big money. We're inching close to that 100th clave. And as you remember from last year, what do we do on the 100th clave?
Oh, yeah, that Pendleton's going to, another 5 years we'll be done with
Take
that.
a little dust off the bottle.
Yeah, so that's 42 and 34 is 7.
I mean, just a few more days like this and it'll be shot time.
So is this going to be the maiden voyage through this gate for checking cows? Or
You
no?
bet.
All right. So walk us through it, Cole.
We want to be gentle but firm.
And then you want to get the heck out of the way before it comes up under your under cage.
And that's how you get something done without exerting.
Without doing anything.
Yeah. So last week we tried box scraping a couple pens. We got the middle pen cleaned out, and then this north feedlot was a little bit too wet, so we didn't get that done. Hey. There you go. Jeepers. He said, Lord, just take me. Too comfortable to get up. While we're waiting for Dad to get back from that load, it'd be a great time to explain something to you that we've never talked about before on this channel. I think we can all agree that bedding is very important. It probably even saves some lives during these really cold snaps that we get. It definitely helps them get through it with a little bit less stress, being a little more comfortable. but we do not like using bedding, and we won't use it if we don't think we have to. And this is exactly why. It creates a muddy mess. It creates depressions in your feedlots. Obviously, they spend a lot of time there because it's the most comfortable place to be, but it gets them concentrated, a lot of extra poop, a lot of extra pee in that spot, and then it holds in that moisture. The sun can't really get at it. That's what it looks like often at the end when you start picking up that bedding. It's muddy underneath, digging in, putting ruts. Something you go through on these earthen lots, you know. If someone's got a concrete pad, then they don't really have to worry about something like that. We use bedding in our feedlots every year. Just something you keep in mind, you know. Is it going to get that cold, that windy, that we have to use it? Because you don't really want to use it unless you have to. Whew, that is a bit of a pile. That's quite the scoop.
I got a would you rather for y'all. Would you rather eat mountain oysters or liver? And it's an easy one for me. I don't like liver. I like mountain oysters when they're cooked correctly. You know, if you just roll them in crackers and serve them that way, I'm not a big fan, but I'll eat them. But all right. At the risk of repeating myself for a song of the day, I'm going to go with this song, even though I kind of feel like possibly I've done it before. And it's by 311, and it's called Love Song. So let me know. Give it to me if I've done it. All you naysayers that have said I've repeated in the past, my friend Mary Ann in Illinois that keeps track of that says I have not done that yet. No repeats after 260. Today might be the day.
I think it'll fit. It's incredible the size of piles we can get rid of in a short few hours since we got this archway spreader. So what you see here is one cow that hopped through this gate, no big deal, eating some feed. But what you don't see is the two that came through here earlier, and they're long gone. They're out of here. They said we heard an old fable of a whole pile of corn just sitting there ready to be eaten. It's like the story of the fountain of youth. That's what they're on a quest. A life-changing quest. It would be life-changing for them because they'd eat so much that they would probably die. I don't see one in the corn pit, so... Oh, they're... Woo! Almost as good. Silage bunker. As this weather is cooling back down, Jeff's cows and my cows are going to start calving any day. So I'm going to head over there, get things a little situated, really just move a couple windbreaks. It didn't make that easy. Alright, grab my 2 windbreaks out of the feedlot. You know, from here on out, the weather shouldn't be that bitter cold where the feedlot cattle need extra windbreaks. And they all have some sort anyway, like this pen has the bales and there's trees all the way around. But, you know, baby calf, wet, just born, could benefit a lot from a little extra wind protection. Trying to get in front of me. A lot of healthy calves hitting the ground. Things are going well. As you know, we're getting close to that 100 mark. Jeff's cows and my cows are going to start pretty soon. Just in time for, looking at my phone, a 9-inch snowstorm about 6 days away. As long as it's not super windy, super cold, that won't be too big of a deal. I mean, don't get me wrong, that is a lot of snow. But I think with ground temperature and the temperatures we've had, it'll melt fast. And we could use the moisture, not going to turn that down. So we look forward to some moisture, not quite in the form we want it always, but well, that's what you get this time of year in South Dakota. Thanks for watching, everybody. Love to see you next time. Have a good one.